You're going to have to learn how to say no if you want to make changes in your life. So if you're doing something on a consistent basis and you keep getting, say, invited to go out and go partying, you're going to have to say no if you want to stop drinking or doing drugs all the time. Say no to drugs. And if you want to get more fit, you're going to have to say no to, having cake and ice cream all the time, fries, chips, whatever it is that it's making you fat, right? And putting you out of shape. If you want to present a better aura and better person to the world, perhaps you're going to have to say no to watching all that pornography all the time and say no to masturbation. If you have people in your life that, are sucking the energy and the life out of you and, have their drama and bring bad energy and juju to the table, then perhaps you're going to have to learn how to say no to spending time around these people or straight up just ignore them. This can be hard, if you're alone and you're not, you're scared to be alone with your thoughts. It's one of the most difficult things to do. I think it always has been and will always be for the rest of, I think for any human, right? Like this is something today that is very difficult because there are so many options to just not walk the path of distraction and, entertainment, right? Whether that be watching videos, watching movies, listening to music, listening to other people's bullshit. Comes down, when I first moved to this place, as you can see, it's very outside, it's very tranquil, the air is fresh, the sounds are fresh, and even still, I found myself, I've like really distracted myself a lot from just being alone with myself and my thoughts, and having these brainwashing thoughts of thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong with just having a bit of this thing that I know is bad for me today, and I'll stop it tomorrow, or I'll stop it, the next time. I won't do it the next time. When I have the urge, I'll stop it. And the thing is our brain gets addicted to this kind of stuff and gets used to these behaviors, right? They say that, oh, the neuropaths, they become stronger, so it becomes, you feel the sense of withdrawal, which is, oh, I feel empty without this thing. Oh, I don't get to scroll down Facebook, so I don't have this, like, that feeling of excitement of seeing these, like, new images and new, like, someone else's business, but you feel, oh, I need to know what's going on in the world, so that's why I use it, right? Like, people watch the news because they want to know what's going on with stuff that's in the world, even though it doesn't actually directly pertain to the place that it is that they live and the things that are around them. Like, there's no need for me to know about the war and the suffering of other people, right? Like, it's, you generally, I mean, for myself, I read something once, by many authors, where they think, oh, or success, like people who have been successful, and they say, just cut the distraction of your life. Like, you don't need to, you'll be distracted enough by other people. If you walk around, you can just hear what's going around within the world. Like, you don't have to sit down an hour, half an hour a day, 20 minutes, or like even like 5 minutes to look up the news, watch it, read a newspaper, or any of this, like any of that world of information. It takes you out of your own current world. Because the fact is, like, you don't have to feel guilty for where it is that you are. Like, you're in you're in the place that you need to be for a specific reason. There's lots of stuff to watch. There's a little ant on here. I was just watching, there's like a bit of a breeze, so I'm feeling the wind on my face right now. I'm listening to the sound of, there's an airplane, there's the wind through the trees, there's a construction fucking toy over there going beep, 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 beep. I don't feel very impressed. This is, I'm sitting here. I will let you know that this isn't something that I feel very good at doing at the moment. Removing myself from, there's a lot of bullshit in my head. I feel like this idiot who's just like, yeah, okay, I'll now listen to the trees and listen to this. Like, I don't sit here and, I have some confidence in doing it. Like, this is something I've just started doing more and more so again. Or really trying to, develop that sense of gratitude within my head, because I've lost it without, I just stopped doing it, stopped writing down. Like, every day I used to write 3 things that I was grateful for, like whatever the fuck it was that I saw or thought about my life, regardless if I believed them or not. And when I did that, I found, well, okay, I actually do enjoy my life more. I enjoy the things in it. Something that I guess another reason why I want to do these videos too is to watch like my own progress, which is totally, I'm just kind of want to jerk my own dick, I guess, at that, but that's kind of what that is, I guess. I guess that sounds kind of gross, but I guess what I'm saying is I don't actually like the way that my face looks, and I think it looks very depressed and it looks sad. People, like, I wait tables and I serve, and these motherfuckers, they are so savage. They will be like, yo, put on a smile on your face. Why are you so pissed? And I mean, one, like, number one, like, go fuck yourself. But 2, I guess, like, you probably have a point. Like, God's, how dare you be pissed if you're looking at the trees? Like, what are you doing with your life, right? It's like, I feel that and I get that. I understand. They're like, why are you so serious? Why are you so this? And like, which, like, it's none of their fucking business, but I'm grateful for those motherfuckers, even though I hate it. I'm grateful for the hate that I have towards that kind of shit. See this shit in the back? See, it's all like bristling. Like, you take a moment, you look at that, like, observe it. If you have that in your environment, you go and look at that. Listen to the sounds that are happening. You can be saddened by certain stuff. Like, I was in East Vancouver, which is the part in Canada where they just say, everybody can do drugs here, and that's, we're not going to arrest you or do anything. We're just going to turn a blind eye. And it's quite, it's quite like, holy fuck, this is really sad and this is really whatever. But it's also, there's something, I don't know, there's something kind of, I want to say there's something kind of beautiful in it. because there's a lot of judgment and stuff, but there's just like this sense of community where it's like, all right, well, this is what it is, and it's really hard to get out of here, and we don't have the proper help, and this is kind of what it's resorted to. So there's all these other people helping each other out and being like, here, I'll get you food, or I'll get you this, or I'll help you up, and whatever, right? I guess, like, it's just another chaotic environment. And what's the difference of having, like, what is the perfect life, right? Because nobody on earth has a fucking perfect life. And I don't think God doesn't intend things to be perfect. Like, there has to be stuff to overcome, or else there's no point. I guess that's like philosophy kind of shit. Sisyphus. You must always push the rock. For the rock is the only point. If there was no rock to push, then why would you get up in the morning, right? Which I guess, like, in my last video is kind of getting on about that kind of stuff, where it's like, I don't feel like getting up in the morning because I just feel like there's a rock to push. Like, I have like a bit of a rock to push, and if I push it and the amount, then I can have what it is that I have, which I'm kind of not really that satisfied with, right? And to be, I guess, like, totally blunt, like, I live in a fucking shack, which I pay $600 a month for, which is like, it's not a lot of money, right, in this economy. And then I feel depressed about it because it's like, I'm not really that proud of it, I was proud of it when I showed up, but it's, now it's like, it's just the same old shit, and I don't feel like I can really actually do anything significant in there. Whatever it is about it, it's kind of like I'm living outside, and I have like these people over me who are, if you have if you have a landlord, you have some son of a bitch over you that basically says what it is that you do. Like, I have to ask permission, right? Just fucking bullshit. But that's the life I live, and like, I'm expressing my frustration, which is that here's what it is that I don't like, so I want to change that. And like, how would I change that? Well, maybe I'll get up earlier. I won't sleep in. I'm not allowed to sleep in. It's not okay, right? And why is sleeping in bad? Because, like, if you get your 8 hours, your 9 hours of sleep, it's like the rest of the time you should be up, you should be working. If you don't have what it is, you need to, working isn't just always like clocking in and working for money. You need to do things to make yourself a better person. You need to realize, you say, hey, this is what it is that makes me frustrated in my life, and this is how I'm going to change it. I want my head to be clear, more clear than it is, or more clearly driven, right? And like, I started blaming parts of this place that I used to call beautiful when I was working hard. And I used to say, oh, these people are fucked. And I was like, well, they were already fucked from the get-go. So what? Like, who cares if they're fucked? Doesn't matter, So what is my plan? My plan is to be more observant and conscious about the beliefs that I have in my head. I want to question them and change them, make different choices, and get better results out of life.